I'm Karen Haralson. I have a farm in Griffin Flat, Arkansas. Over the years, I've had sheep and goats and an occasional pig and chickens, but right now it's only cattle. My dad had cattle and gave me a calf on my 3rd birthday, and she grew up and over the years produced cattle for me, and so after I was 3, I was a cattle producer. I can remember my very first thoughts was how good it was to go to the farm. I fell in love with the bovine animal. I love cattle. It's kind of like people. There's mean ones and nice ones, but I fell in love with cattle. I guess my very favorite part is checking the calving pastures and those new babies. But I love the hay production that goes along with it. I love doing that. And as I'm doing hay or chores that are in the tractor, I spend a lot of time in a tractor. And as I'm going, I have a million ideas a day. And about every 3 or 4 weeks, I come up with a good one. Well, for 30-something years or 40 years, I had a hospitality room at the Cattlemen's Convention, and it wasn't to promote anything. It was just to get people to visit. Over there is a rusty bucket, and that was a drink that we passed around. When everybody, no matter how high or low they consider themselves in life, it runs down your chin the same way out of the rusty bucket. I am the luckiest person in the world because I've got so many friends, and not only in Arkansas, we showed Simmental cattle for years, and there's not a state I can't call somebody and stop and see somebody along the way. In my goings and comings it's been a few years now that I did, but I went to 15 or 16 different countries. The thing I found out is everybody is just the same, and especially in the ag industries, they're the same people we are. It gives me a huge feeling of success. I started out here, I'm still here, and I've been happy the whole time I've been here. And not everybody can say that about their jobs. Agriculture has made me a happy woman. And I mean, agriculture's been good to me, it's supported me, and that's how I've made my living. When my daughter was young, we worked a lot on the farm, but we had fun and laughed and, and she would be here, except that this farm won't support 2 families. Yeah. And so I kicked her out. You're gone, sister. I don't feel 74 years old. And I work every day, and, I don't feel 74. In fact, I get up every morning, I walk in the bathroom, I look in the mirror, and I see 26. When I go through, there's a little coffee shop. There's older than me, cattlemen, and sawmillers that drink coffee in the mornings. And I stopped by to see them, and we talked about, we're all getting older. And I told them that I said I get up every morning and I look, and there's 26 in the mirror. And then I went on about my way, and we laughed and said goodbye. And then at supper time that evening, 2 of those old men, really old men, knocked at the door, and they said, "We've come to see that mirror." It's wonderful to get to do something and even be awarded for doing what you love most of the world. There's times the jobs are hard and there's bad times along with it, but the good times so much overshadow it. I really can't think of one thing. It was just, wait a minute, maybe I can. Luck. I'm really, really lucky. And like I said, there's been some tragic things over time that, has happened, droughts and floods and things like that. But I found my niche and just stuck with it.